Hello, dear diary. This is part 4 of Delfino's fake arrests of the wonderful Christopher Expedia, or the ghost of touching you. We are talking about the 4th attempt to arrest me, and only the 2nd that succeeded, by Miss Jessica Delfino, who is a douchebag unparalleled. One of the most evil humans you'll ever meet, one of the most dishonest humans you'll ever meet, one of the most selfish humans you'll ever meet. And it's too bad because she had such potential. I mean, she was great in a lot of ways. Lots of people love her and adore her, but they don't have to live with her. And I mean, sure, she's happier with her current boyfriend because he knows you always tell a woman what they want to hear. I'm not allowed to do that. And there's no greater sin than truth amongst the humans because they're monsters. So so this 4th arrest coming off the ferry of Governor's Island. Oh, I was so sad because I was about to go to dinner with this cute Jewish girl. I probably would have ended up making out with her. And I kind of wanted to because she was cute and she got me baked. And I don't have the will to live at all, so I'm like a fucking kamikaze in some ways. And I was starving and high. And then but of course, and it worked. Delfino having me arrested scared that girl off. She never would return my messages after that. It's like, oh, creepy. Guy's getting arrested. We're supposed to go to dinner. He's getting arrested by detectives. Okay. And that's why Delfino does these things. Who wants to hang out with a guy who goes to jail all the time? Nobody. Who wants to go out? Who wants to be friends with a guy you have to bail out every few months? Nobody. That's why she does these things, for the same reason Giuliani and Bloomberg did these things to me. You just falsely keep arresting people. Those were the 3 charges. And those 3 charges were insane garbage. My shitty lawyer did a bullshit prima facie. That's where you're saying this complaint on its face is so weak or wrong that we don't need to go to trial or waste any more of the court's time. We're asking you to take a look at it. We're showing you here this complaint against the defendant is facetious, essentially. Prima facie means like bogus on its face. Actually, what does prima mean, though? Prima makes it sound like it should be good, right? I don't know Latin. She files a rudimentary, terrible lawyer, Shiley Sagnodry of the Legal Aid Society, which is a criminal organization. Even the fucking courts have said it's a lawless criminal organization. But nobody wants to do the heavy lifting to fix it. So they just kind of let this piece of shit keep rolling downhill and killing everybody. It's bad. And jailing innocent men every day. Hey, no big deal. It's only wasting billions of tax dollars, and then we have to pay billions more to settle the lawsuits because we falsely jailed innocent people. And meanwhile, we let a lot of real criminals go. Everything they do is wrong. That's called the human race. So, sorry, brain bubble. I gotta be faster with this shit. So, I'm really tired. It's 4:30 right now, a.m. And I didn't even get much sleep last night. I was on a friend's couch, briefly. And I'm about to go sleep on a wooden bench. Oh, fuck. And I'm such a loser. For the first time in a long time, I have marijuana on me. A little bit of marijuana, which would help me sleep on a bench. And yet, my one hitter, I used to carry 2 or 3 of them when I was a stoner. Because I had backups. And I had paper clips and everything else like that. Everything got stolen. I don't even have a paper clip. So I can't clean it. I can't even smoke out the fucking thing. It's just all bad all the time. So this judge, we're in front of a judge, Tandra Dawson, black woman, the worst judge I've ever seen. She doesn't know anything about law. I'm watching her with other cases while I'm waiting for my turn, and she just doesn't know anything about law. It's like, of course not. She's a fucking appointed crony of the mayor. Duh, they don't appoint fucking you don't want qualified judges. You want to appoint hacks who do whatever you want them to do. And remember, there's no separation of the branches, the judiciary and the fucking executive and legislative branches. That's a fucking lie to trick you fucking suckers and sheep into thinking you've got some fucking rights. And it worked. Window dressing works every time. P.T. Barnum was off by 59 seconds. As I was saying, Dawson, bizarrely enough, and this shows you again how my integrity is flawless. Dawson, on the prima facie, throws out one of the 3 arrests. Ironically, and now the judge, do you understand that? So she does me a favor and throws out one of these 3 charges in that final arrest. But she throws out the wrong one, not even based on any legal argument. The one about me supposedly yelling at Delfino on the boat. That's a he said, she said. There's going to be no physical evidence of any kind. Well, there is some when we have 2 witnesses who can say, Christopher talked to me immediately and said, oh shit, I just saw Delfino downstairs. She's got a warrant for my arrest. She fucking served me with paper. She tried to fucking have me arrested at the sidewalk on Monday night. And so this sucks. She can have me, police can grab me immediately. Oh fuck. So there are 2 witnesses who say, oh, that's weird. Seconds later, Christopher came running upstairs to hide from her. That doesn't sound like what you would do if you were threatening her. But that didn't come out to the judge. All the judge just saw was some empty rhetoric and threw that charge out. Now, ironically, that was one of the stronger charges they had against me. A lot stronger than the one where I played fucking guitar at a fucking show. Right? But the judge let those 2 stand. But so that's a proof of my excellence. Even when people agree with me, as the judge did, I said to everybody, the judge was wrong. The judge couldn't throw that one out on a prima facie. And the prima facie motion couldn't have been any weaker if Shaley had tried. She left out 100% of the facts and just did a little legal mumbo-jumbo. And Dawson probably didn't want to seem like a complete person who's not qualified to be on the bench. She's another Kathy Black of the zillion Kathy Blacks that Bloomberg hired who are not qualified for their positions. Literally and legally not qualified for their positions. Again, you think I'm exaggerating. No, I don't fucking exaggerate. Because that undermines my whole fucking point. The problem is everything I say is extraordinary, so humans think it's an exaggeration because it's too extraordinary to believe in, right? If I'm at a party and say, hey, I ran for, what do you do? What's your name? I'm Christopher. What do you do? Well, I don't know why I do political stuff. I don't know why I ran for mayor. I set a whole bunch of international records. People are like, oh yeah, I ran for mayor. But anywhere I say that, other people actually say it first. If I go to a party or something, everybody runs me like, hey, it's Christopher. Yeah, this guy ran for mayor. This guy fucking set records. That's probably the number one thing people say about me wherever I go in public. This guy ran for mayor. Yeah, he got like, how many votes did you get? You got like 17,000 votes. You got like 4% of the vote. How much did you spend? It's like nothing, right? $120. This guy's amazing. That's the only reason people believe some of the extraordinary things about me, because they've seen it. But I'm easily the most extraordinary human in history. I'm so extraordinary it would take 5,000 history books to cover half my life. Remember, you don't know anything about me. You know like 12 things about me. Okay? Nobody knows even 5% about me. Delfino dated me for 4 years. She still doesn't know fucking 50% about me. This is not possible. You'd have to have fucking 7 years of courses to learn about my fucking endless time on this fucking jail planet. Bullshit. So that was. Wait a second. That's 5 minutes. Okay. The motion was bullshit, but I can't complain. One of the charges is down. The other 2 are still remaining. My cunt lawyer, Shelley Sagerhouty, says she'll do a better prima facie with some facts in it, get the other 2 dumped. She never keeps her promise. She just lies. I mean, obviously there's no such thing as a good lawyer. Most lawyers are crooks. Shakespeare told you that. Everyone, conservatives, liberals, everyone agrees. Lawyers are scum. And they are scum. It's weird how scummy they are. I've met all kinds of lawyers. And even the good ones are bad. Ron Kuby did some really skeevy illegal shit to me. Norman Siegel done some very good stuff for me and done some really nasty stuff to me. My lawyer who got me the $35,000 lawsuit settlement, he did some really bad things to me too. All my lawyers, even my best lawyers, did a lot of bad stuff to me. But this is the first time I had a lawyer just lie to me every single time we talk. Just lies to my face. I'll spare you those stories. It's too many. They're amazing and just hard to believe. I wish I could get her in prison. I mean, I could. She's broken serious federal laws, but the system is created by lawyers to protect lawyers, and all of our laws are written by lawyers. I can't find that song to put online. All lawyers must be murdered. It's great. Excerpt of the lyrics. Lawyers broke more laws than all criminals combined. Lucky for lawyers that justice is blind. It's almost impossible for a lawyer to be arrested or sued. Lawyers wrote most of our laws too. What can you do? And then it goes into power rock, like, all lawyers must be murdered. 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 Shakespeare said that we should kill all lawyers, and he was right. You should get your friends and kill a bunch of lawyers tonight. For most death and destruction follows in these monsters' wake, and I'm not sure how much more of this the planet Earth can take. All lawyers must be murdered. All lawyers must be murdered. I forget how the other verse goes. It's a great song. Audiences love that fucking song. Because there's even a part in it where I have the audience chant, die, or kill. No, they have the audience chanting, kill, 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 over like this heavy music. It's pretty great. And that song, who knows where it is? Because my life is shattered and scattered. And all this legal bullshit stops me from doing any of my work. It's a fucking nightmare. That's why I'm trying to do these diaries. Let's get some of these stories down, and I have to fucking catch the next plane off this planet. Continuing on our sad tale. So we did some points about that. So I'm still fighting that last case in court, but my lawyer is doing some of the fucking sleaziest shit ever seen. Example. That's why I'm in court right now, at this very moment, literally. So they had two cases. They have the arrest for me playing guitar in a show I was booked to play guitar in, and that's never happened to probably almost anybody in history, but it's happened to me twice. Stucky did it to me the year before, paid to come to a show. This is even worse in the story. Now, I asked the four witnesses, Tina, Rachel, Larkin, and Master Lee, who were there when Delfino tried to stop me from playing guitar and she was starting all the trouble and harassing us. I asked them all to call the DA's office. I said, just call, leave a message. It's that simple. Because the DA will hear all the witnesses and go, fuck, this is a stinker of a case. Let's toss this one too. But Master Lee refused. One of my best friends refused. My bandmate refused. Larkin Grimm refused to help. She went to Switzerland as the Nazis rounded up Jews. Then, to my shock, Tina and Rachel turned on me and started being fucking assholes to me for a lot of reasons. And they fucked up my life completely. Rachel will say she did it because she had no choice. Her mom pressured her. But sorry, Rachel, it's not going to fly. All four of them refused to come to my defense. I ended up getting Joey Gay, luckily, ended up calling the DA and saying, I didn't see that go down, but I can tell you what I saw, which was the day before, Christopher and I were talking, Delfino walked by, Christopher ignored her, and then he told me, and it looked like she was leaving the building. So if she said he harassed her, she was not telling you the truth. And he made a call for me. And then to my shock and surprise, they managed to get a surprise witness who was like a manager at the theater who I don't know, who was completely willing to, and he came to court a couple of times because my lawyer's a fucking asshole, and asked him to come to court, even though we weren't on for trial. It was almost like she was sabotaging it. You understand? If you have the surprise witness who has no need to testify, no connection to either person, and you make him keep coming to court for nothing, that's going to kind of discourage him for if it does actually go to trial. You see? It's like, why are you fucking inviting him to court when there's no trial? We're not on for trial. What are you, nuts? Are you deliberately trying to fucking fuck my case? And he was a great witness, perfect witness, because he had no connection to either of us, but he was managing there. And he said that Delfino both days came into his office. He's like, you have to help me. This guy's harassing me. And he says, supposedly, reportedly, this is what I got. He says that when he went out there to see how I was harassing Jessica, he said, first time, Christopher was just sitting with his friends talking. He wasn't doing anything to do with Jessica. And the next time, he was playing guitar in a show and had nothing to do with Jessica. And perfect, bingo, that's enough. Like, if he called the DA, actually, my lawyer's so fucking stupid that my lawyer, this is the way lawyers work, it's so fucking corrupt, it's not even constitutional. What my lawyer would do is hold that secret surprise witness in hopes of going to trial. Because remember, they want to do trials. It's fun for them. They don't give a shit if people go to jail or not. All the lawyers, it's a game. It's a fucking racket ball game where they're committing crimes so they can get lawyer chops. So when they go into the private sector, they can make a larger paycheck. It's dirty. It's corrupt. It's federally illegal. So my lawyers never want usually to get my cases tossed in advance. They want to go to trial. My trials are fun. They want me to keep, they don't care if I have to come back to court for 2.5 years. They don't care if they hold my bail money for 2.5 years and collect interest on it. They don't care. They want me to keep coming to court every month. The whole system is totally lawless, and it's an open secret that it's totally lawless. I'm not joking. The Nazi court system, a lot more honest. Look it up, assholes. Don't believe the hype. Look up the White Rose Gang. Anyhow, I say anyhow too much, but what the fuck else am I going to say? I'm dizzy. And I'm trying to be courteous here, or some shit. I don't know what I'm talking about now. My friends refused to come to my defense. Unbelievable. Which is funny. It's like every other moment of my life. But if you want to leave this planet, you got to be mentally ill, they say. Yeah, right. End of part 4. We can finish this up in 5. Sorry.